Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kodash, double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, in whom I learned this truth from. And shalom to you brothers that are pushing this word in truth and in sincerity, and patiently waiting for our Lord and Savior Yahushai, who is to come. Before I go into the lesson, I just want to, thank, the water, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, for allowing me to make this lesson. Abra-Taza. This lesson be edifying unto you elect, because this is who, this knowledge, this word, ultimately is for. Because with this word and this knowledge, that's how they, talking about the elect, are going to obtain salvation. So this is Hosea. This is going to be a quick video. Abra-Taza, edifying. This is Hosea 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, Salakia. Priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thine power, Yahweh. I will also forget thine children, right? And you see how Jake is, because of the lack of that knowledge. These young Jake are destroyed in their the form and how they act. You see what they sing about, in ancient time. Well, shit, when King Saul, Salaki, before King David was King Saul, which was a Benjamite. Well, anyways, before he was, taken from that position, demons during this time were jumping on King Saul, all right, to the point that it wasn't the right spirit that he had to be in, all right. So, well, in this time, what was required or what was needed, for those spirits, those bad spirits, I believe that's what the scriptures go into. What they call them, I think it was a bad spirit or an evil spirit entered him, something to that effect. Well, anyways, what was needed was, music. All right, and I think it was I'm not exactly sure what instrument was used, Salakia. I'm pretty sure it does go into it, but I haven't read it in a while. Salakia for that. But well, anyways, King David, before he was king, before he became king, he will play his instrument, and these instruments will the demons that were on King Saul will flee. And the reason I bring this up is just that's what, if you're pushing out righteous music, you're gonna benefit from it, righteously, and you're gonna be more in tune with Yahweh Shemi Yahushai. But in the time that we're in, Jake, they don't have that music being played to them. But at the same time, it is being played onto them. Let me see if I can find it. I know it's in Matthews. I believe it's in Matthews. It'll be the most size where I find it. Goes into it how let me see if I'm trying to look for it in my scriptures, because I know I can't find it. Oh man, let me see, 14. And I'm not gonna be able to use my phone because I got the airplane mode on. So, well, it goes into it how Yahushua said that we we uh we are like children, you know, in the marketplace. Mm. So like I'm really trying to look for it because kind of feel like I found it. The water Yabashim Yashine. Like it for that. I knew it was in Matthew. So this is Matthew 11, and I'm gonna start verse. I'm gonna start verse 15. So this is Matthew 11, verse 15. He that had an ear to hear, let him hear. All right. So this is plain. All right. Or we have been set up to break down the scriptures, but this is for the elect, and this is not to be taken like as an impossible thing to understand. He that had an ear, let him hear. All men have ears. So what's going to be, what I'm going to go into, it should be, I guess you could say, self-explanatory. You should get an understanding of what's taking place if the Ruach HaKodesh is dealing with you at the same time, man. Because not all men have ears, but to hear this song requires spiritual ears. All right? But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows, right? And the children are those prophets. You see, because the prophets have been sent out to preach this word, all right? And that's what we're doing, all right? How it says, sitting in the market and calling unto their fellow and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. Right? We are, playing a spiritual song. All right, so you come back to your power, and it says we have done all these things, and how it says, and saying we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. But you Israelites are so damn stubborn that you refuse to take heed to what we're saying. You refuse to acknowledge that you are the Most High's chosen people. You see, that's what we're preaching. Not only destruction but salvation and comfort. You're supposed to be excited to be known to know what you know, that you're a Israelite man or you're an Israelite woman. Being an Israelite means that you have a standard as to the form and how you move, man, how you operate, and that standard is based on the scriptures. You see, it's not like we don't have an understanding of these things, man, as to the form and how we're supposed to be, how we're supposed to act. You see, the lack of fear from Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, because that's the beginning of that. You Israelites have a lack of fear for the Most High, so because of this lack of fear, you don't do what is required of you. You take the scriptures as just another book to read, another book that exists in the world. No, this is the book that has all the knowledge of everything. If you want to know how the earth was created, you go into the beginning, you go into Genesis, and it goes into all these things, man. If you want to know the purpose of men, the scriptures have the purpose of men, which is to fear the Most High and keep His commandments. This is the whole duty of men. All right. If you want to know the form and how you're going to obtain salvation, well, guess what? You're going to obtain the understanding of these things in the scriptures. You see, and that's what we're doing. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows, right? and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. You Israelites are so stubborn that you don't take heed because of what we are in the world. We're low, we're base when it comes to this world. We're not, I guess you could say, we're not, how can I say it? Well, let me get this precept. This is actually through the Spirit, because I was thinking of this precept yesterday as I was, meditating in my own thoughts. I was thinking of this precept because you have Jake that have this knowledge, and think of it as it being something that you should be proud of when it comes to this knowledge. This is a gift from the Most High. You should be grateful. This is always the water Yahweh Shem Yahshai. This is of the Most High's doing that you have what you have. This is a gift from Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Not to be taken, for granted. Always to be the water Yahweh Shem Yahshai for allowing me, for creating me, talking about you, us, with the spirit of obtaining this knowledge, that we are in the possibility of obtaining salvation. You see, not all Israel has what you have, but you have guys that have this knowledge but abuse it and twist it, and then speak against the men that are living according to the scriptures as something to look down on, which the scripture, it is what it is, man. If we'll be the bums, we'll be, the poor, we'll be all that. This is a Revelation 2 verse 9. I know thine works and thy tribulation, right? That's what, in this walk, that's what is required. Works, going out to the highways and hedges, making your body as a living sacrifice. These are things that you have to do. All right, this isn't a cakewalk. If it was that easy, any Israelite at any point could come into this knowledge and obtain salvation just by knowing whatever it is they know. Just knowing that you're an Israelite, that ain't gonna obtain you salvation. There more things are required of you with the more that you know. Now that you know you're an Israelite, now you have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities. Now that you're keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, now you have to, do exactly what Yahweh Shai commanded you to do, to go out to the highways and hedges. Then you have to apply, you have to go in season, out of season. You see, the more that you know, the more that is required of you. That's why if you know you're an Israelite and you think that that's all you need to obtain salvation, but you know that there's other things that need to be done or are a requirement because of what you know, and you're not doing it, you're being disobedient and worthy of punishment. All right, I know thine works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. You see, we're poor. We don't have, brothers do have some. Brothers don't always have some. We're not all gonna be, we weren't given this knowledge so we could obtain the riches of this world. We're supposed to forsake this world. But whatever the Most High blesses you with, because at the end of the day, it's a blessing. Whatever the Most High blesses you with, you're not supposed to be, I guess you could say, look down on brothers because you have more than that brother. You should consider what you have as a blessing to be used to bless another brother. If you have something, more than what you normally have, be grateful to the Most High for that, and hope and pray to Yahweh Shem Yahshai that He put it in your spirit to use whatever He gave you to apply to the brotherhood. All right, but thou art rich. right? But we're rich, in this world. We're not trying to get, the riches of this world. And that's the reason why, you have Jakes and these other camps that look down on us. Shit, all the way to the point that they call us the Bumalites. This is this to me shows a very a prideful spirit to belittle anybody at any moment, at any point. You should be ashamed of that. That should be a very shameful thing. You should not be, you know, you should not be in a video with your head all up, in a stance like you're something special. You should really be very ashamed for saying what you're saying, but the lack of that fear of the Most High will have you to say stupid shit. Things that you shouldn't be saying. Things that you should have that's why, it's been in my spirit lately, and, really just yesterday, to tell my woman, because I apply it to myself, you have to tell yourself, shut the fuck up. You have to tell yourself that, or to be quiet, to know when to speak. That's the point. You don't have to necessarily say, man, I should shut the fuck up. If you say it that way, then you say it like that. But that's how I say it, at least. But if you just have to have the mentality of, you know what, I should hold back. And in the world, you hear this. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Well, in this walk, in this truth, that is even in a higher standard, because you know better. Why? Because you're an Israelite. You have laws, statutes, and commandments. This is a standard, all right? This isn't a punishment to apply the law, statutes, and commandments. This is a standard as to living according to the Most High's will. You see, if you desire to be saved, you want to do exactly what is required of you to be saved. But if you don't know better, then you're going to be, consumed, man. That's why take great pleasure in knowing what you know. I know thine works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blessing. And why are you rich? What makes you rich? Your faith. All right? What you have, what you obtain through this knowledge, and you're built up. Because you need to be built up in faith, man. If you don't have faith, then you can't withstand what the Most High is going to bring, man. You have to have great belief, man. I forget what brother said. Big faith. I forget what brother said that. Salaki to that brother, but that's what is required. You have to have big faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that you're going to obtain salvation, that your sacrifice is being consumed by Yahweh Shem Yahushai as as something pleasurable. All right, the way I picture myself what I do, whatever I do, when it's directed towards Yahweh Shem Yahushai, I look at it as Abra Tazav, be the Most High's will. It's a pleasant smell unto the Most High. My sacrifice, my prayer, whatever I do with the brothers, if I offend any brother and the brother just don't say nothing, or if I say I do or don't, I pray. I thank the Most High, or I pray to the Most High and hope that I didn't offend no brother, and I pray to the Most High that I be shown mercy. You see, these are things that this is of the Most High's will, man. We are at the will of the Most High, and we know the Most High. That's why how it goes into the scriptures through the terrors of the Lord, something to that effect. We persuade men because we know better. We know Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to destroy this place, and we know that if we disobey, what is written in the scriptures, then we're going to be destroyed right along with this world, man. Trying to look for that precept. It's all good if I don't. It's not necessarily needed. Alright, so I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not. You see, that's what these other guys in these other camps, That's what they are. They proclaim to be something, or those men, they proclaim to be men that are living according to that standard. But how it says, say they okay. I know the blasphemy. It's because that's what they're. It's a what they're doing is a blasphemy. Their interpretation of a sacrifice is blasphemy in the Most High's eyes. I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Right? You see, they're at the end of the day they're gonna be destroyed, man. Any man that speaks contrary to this doctrine that we have, you see, that was given from Yahweh Shem Yahshai, this is from the heavens, man. It is by the will of the Most High that we have what we have, man. And this has been given to men in this world, and we know through faith, because we're being guided, to seek out our own salvation with fear and trembling. You see, and we do that by going into the scriptures. You see, we don't just give double honors to whatever men just because it's something to say. No, we have understanding of the reason as to why we're giving double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And the reason why is because we go in these scriptures and we verify what these men are saying and confirm it. The Spirit, reveal it to us that these men are speaking according to the Most High's will, man. That they're teaching us and guiding us in the correct path. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be. Well, the point was exactly that. The Most High had, without this knowledge, our people are destroyed. And ultimately, what's going to take place, because they don't have this knowledge, they're going to be destroyed. What's it called? Physically destroyed. Right now, they're spiritually destroyed. All right, but they're physically going to be destroyed. All right, let me just get this real quick. This is Revelation 21. I'll probably get this and a few more precepts and I call it a video. This is Revelation 21 verse 8. It says, but the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable, all right, that was the point. But the fearful and unbelieving, all right, and the abominable, right, because if you don't have this knowledge, you're not going to believe. That's why it says, I think it's Romans 10, could be wrong. Verse. Right, 10 verse 14. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? You see, without this knowledge, without the understanding of the names of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, you're without hope. But through this knowledge, you obtain the belief in the salvation that comes with those names. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, which is we're those children, you see? Those children are being sent to preach this word. This is I'm reading. As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel, the good news of peace, and bring glad tidings of good things. You see, that's what we're speaking of. You see, we go into all the scriptures, but the Spirit directs us as to where we're going to go. We ourselves don't know what we're going to go into. We could have an idea, but at the end of the day, if it's not the Most High's will, we're not going to go into it. All right, so I think we're done. Revelation. Salakia. No. What was I reading? Salakia. I know I was in Revelation. Let me go back. I need to go back. 4 verse 6. No, that didn't do nothing. I know I was in Revelation. 21. Oh, Con, I wasn't 21. Con. Revelation 21, verse 18. Salaki. But the fearful and unbelieving, you see, the unbelieving, those that don't have the belief of this word. Just knowing that you're an Israelite doesn't mean that you're gonna be saved, man. What yeah, you believe now you have the knowledge that you're an Israelite. Now there's other things that need to be applied, man. But the fearful and unbelieving, right? And that's what happens. With this knowledge, you gain fear because you know what the Most High is gonna bring, and that could discourage you from continuing because of the tribulation. You see, because of people. The more you know, that doesn't mean that you're ultimately gonna be delivered. You can know a lot and still get destroyed, man. But the fearful, all right, I'm actually gonna go into that word, fearful. So like I can't. So like damn. That's why I don't like going into, because it's all through the spirit. When I make lessons, I have an idea. I have precepts on the side or whatever. But even this precept, it wasn't in my. I didn't have it. Noted. It was just through the spirit. That's why I don't like to put the airplane mode on, because I just let the spirit do what it do, man. So Salakia, I want to take it off, but I'm not gonna be able to. But if whenever you brothers get a chance, go into that word fearful. Go into it, man. As much as I want to, what? I'm gonna see if I can take it off, Salaki. I'm gonna see if I can take it off. Fuck it. Well, whatever notifications come up, whatever. Who cares, man? This is all about to edify. You see, I knew that was gonna happen, which is it's fine because I want to go into this word. This is what I have to do. This is what I have to do. Salaki. This is what I have to do. I know I have to do this. Let's see. Once I get the Spanish, I know I'm good. All right, let's go back to Revelation 21, verse 8. Let's go to that word. So we can get better understanding of
Strong's G 1169. Dailas.
Okay. Time, fearful. No, that's not what I wanted. So like, this blue letter is becoming a piece of shit lately. It's not the same. Right, dread, to fear the destruction that the Most High is coming, or the Most High is going to bring, and that eventually what happens. But the fearful, what happens? You start dreading, meaning you start losing your faith. You eventually fear what's taking place to the point that you psych yourself out, for lack of a better word. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable, and the point that I wanted was the unbelieving. You see, what you are, by what you're receiving through Yahweh Shemi Ashai setting up these men, you're obtaining the belief in these scriptures and what is required of you to ultimately obtain salvation. All right, you're being groomed to be a sacrifice, man. And this is your reasonable service, like the scriptures say. All right, but the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable, Salaki, and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Right, man. This is by you not having what you have. If you don't have this knowledge, that's what's going to happen. If you don't have the belief in this word, in Yahweh Shemi Hashem, that's what's going to happen. You're going to get taken out. You're going to be a part of that, what you call it. I think it was 3. you're gonna have the you're gonna take part of the second death, man, and you don't want to take part of the second death. I'm gonna read verse 21. The point that I want is verse 23, but I like to start verse 21. So it says, let me get this. Let me just do one of this real quick, and this might be it. So this is Ecclesiasticus, and this was intended to be a short lesson, but this, like I said, the Spirit do what it do, and that's how I like to move, anyways. To be honest, it feels more like you're doing the Most High's work. Not that if you do a short video and you just get on the point, you're doing the Most High's work, but this is how I take more pleasure in this than making a short video, because I feel like I left something out. Sometimes the Most High put in my spirit where I make short videos and it's on point and I'm good and I can sleep at night, but sometimes, for the most part, I can't just sleep at night and leave something out, because then I turn off the video and I go, okay, I'm good, and then I start thinking, damn, I could have gone into this. So Salakia, I don't intend to make these videos long. My intention is to be on point, to go from precept upon precept, which I'm doing, but the spirit do what it do. If the Ruach HaKodesh is dealing with you, you have understanding that at all times anything is possible, because this is the will of the Most High. Ecclesiasticus 3 verse 21, seek not out the things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thine strength. And you apply this to everything, but mainly to this ministry, man, because you have to be a babe to come into this truth, and you have to be that so you can grow. That's the purpose of you obtaining that milk, like it says in, I believe it's 1 Peter 2 verse 2. It goes into, so lucky, I need to get it. I don't want to misquote it, to be honest. This is 1 Peter 2 verse 2. As newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, and this is the point, that ye may grow thereby, right? So this is a necessity. What you have, don't count it as something like, oh man, it's not that big in comparison to other brothers. Well, shit, you don't know what that brother, is going through, and what the Most High is putting him through, for him to have such great knowledge. Because like I said earlier, the more you have, the more you're going to go through things. With the knowledge that the Apostle Tahar has, a lot of these other Jake think that, oh, well, now I know this, I know that, but they haven't gone through no experiences. They don't have no tribulation under their belt, okay? And a lot of those guys are not going to withstand with the judgment that the Most High is going to bring to this place, man. That's why be very grateful for what you have, and you grow according to what is required, or what is the form and how the scriptures, command you to grow. You're supposed to be a newborn babe, and desire the sincere milk, that ye may grow thereby. Seek not out the things that are too hard for thee, and this is the problem with Jake. This is what they do. Neither search the things that are above thine strength. Some of these things are that they go into, and in the scriptures, it's above their paid. It's above their paid grade. They're not supposed to be breaking those things down, and you could tell because they're breaking them down incorrectly. Like IUIC, they shouldn't be breaking down the mark of the beast. ISUPK, what's it called, the House of David, Sabak. A lot of these groups should not be touching these scriptures in the form and how they're doing it. They're going off. They're taking away and they're adding on at the same time. These are judgments that the Most High is going to bring upon. The Most High is going to bring great destruction. And if you don't have the fear of the Most High, because that's what it is, they don't have the fear of the Most High. They say they are Jews, but they're not, man. They proclaim to be the man, but they ain't. It says, but what is commanded thee, think thereupon with reverence. For it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret, right? Because not all things are revealed to all men. So thank Yahweh Shem Yashai for whatever you have. If it be a little bit, shit, if you know that you're an Israelite and you know Yahweh Shem Yashai, and that's what you know and that's what you stand firm on, then thank Yahweh Shem Yashai that you have that. And don't go, oh, well, I want more. And you just start babbling out something because you think you got something. No, man, humble the fuck down, man. Thank the Most High that you have what you have. And like I said earlier, learn to shut the fuck up, man. Be not curious in unnecessary matters. For more things, all right, this is the point. For more things are shown unto thee. You're being given more than what you think you're being given. This is the form in how you're going to obtain salvation, not just you, but your household. So be very grateful and thank Yahweh Shem Yasha, and hope that the sacrifice that you're giving is acceptable to Yahweh Shem Yasha. Be not curious in unnecessary matters, for more things are shown unto thee than men understand. This world cannot understand this knowledge. All right? This world is not going to obtain what you obtain. Even though we're going out to the highways and hedges, not all Israel is going to obtain this knowledge. So be very grateful that you have it. And don't think that what you have is a little or oh, it's not enough. No, be grateful, man. Shit, I thank the Most High for the little that I have. And I pray to Yahweh Shem Yashai that I endure to the end with what the Most High has given me. Evil men, this is Proverbs 28 verse 5, evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek Yahweh understand all things, right? You see, so what you have, thank Yahweh Shem Yashai. Because with this knowledge, you understand all things. You understand what? The sacrifice that is required. You understand the times that you're in. You have the mentality to prepare for whatever situation. Why? Because you understand the situation or the times that you're in, man. So with that, that's all I had. Thank you, Yahweh Shem Yashai, for whatever you have, and be grateful for it. Don't try to, mimic or, try to do more than what you know that you could do. Thank you, Yahweh Shem Yashai, for what you have, and pray to the Most High that what you have, you obtain salvation through what you have obtained, man. And understand that you don't just you don't decide for yourself, oh, okay, well, this is what I have, I'm cool with it. No, you put all effort, you put all your might. You're supposed to, I think it goes into it. Let me see, Salakia. I don't want to misquote it. I think it's, 20? This is Exodus 20 verse, I'm going to start verse 1. And the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am Yahweh thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other God before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any great images, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, Yahweh, thine power am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of Yahweh thine power in vain, for Yahweh will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Right, Salakia. I was just trying to read as fast as I could because I wanted to get a point, but it's not in the scriptures, in this portion of the scriptures. But this is going into, the commandments, the 10 commandments, because this is the 10 commandments. It's not like that's all there is that is a requirement. If that was the case, then shit, the 10 commandments is easy. How will we go off with what is given to us in the 10 commandments? That to me, that doesn't make sense. All right, there's more laws, statutes, and commandments. All right, but what I wanted, you're supposed to fear Yahweh Shem Yahshai, but praise Yahweh Shem Yahshai with all thine heart and with all thine might, something to that effect. Well, anyways, that's how you're supposed to be in this truth. Not, put all effort, put everything in I believe the brothers, I forget what camp I was watching them earlier. They said put all your eggs in this basket. Don't go, oh, I wish I would have put, or man, I should have. Don't be in the spirit. You're not gonna, you don't want to be in the time that we're coming into in the spirit of regret. You don't want to regret not putting as much effort as you could put, knowing what you know. Just because you know that you're an Israelite and you go, oh, well, shit, the brother said, this is what you have, then I'm good. No, put all effort that you obtain salvation with what you have and what you done. You have to make yourself, just like Yahushua, a perfect sacrifice. Obviously, we ain't gonna be perfect on this side because we ain't perfect, but we strive for that, and we do that, and it's shown by the sacrifice that we make, man. We want to be acceptable unto Yahweh Shem Yahshua. We're not, we don't care for how we look in this world. We're grateful to the Most High to be what we are. At least I am. I know brothers in Great Millstone are grateful to be in the position that they're in. Because there's men that have this same knowledge, but don't speak according to it. Don't speak in the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahshai. So with that, I want to, once again give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, in whom I learned this truth from. And shalom to you brothers that are pushing this word in truth and in sincerity, and patiently waiting for our Lord and Savior Yahushua, who is to come. Salakia for this lesson being as long as it is, but if the Most High's will, it was edifying unto you elect men. So with that, shalom.